Right now, China is likely experiencing the pandemic's greatest COVID increase worldwide. According to Chinese public health officials, 800 million people could contract the coronavirus in the next months. Additionally, numerous estimates suggest that there may be as many as 500,000 fatalities. According to Shi Chen, a global health researcher at Yale University and an authority on China's healthcare system, the first COVID wave may actually infect almost 60% of the population. That suggests that during the next 90 days, a little more than 10% of Earth's population could contract the disease. Ben Cowling, an epidemiologist, concurs with this forecast. Unfortunately, this surge will arrive extremely quickly. Cowling, a student at the University of Hong Kong, declares that it is the worst thing. China would have more time to get ready if it were slower. That it happens so quickly because it is spreading so quickly. There are already a lot of instances in Beijing and in other important cities. According to Cowling, the virus is spreading in China more quickly than it has ever done elsewhere throughout the pandemic. Additionally, it appears to spread particularly quickly among Chinese people. Scientists frequently use a measure called the reproductive number, or R number, to calculate a virus's transmissibility. In essence, the R number informs you of the average number of persons that one sick person infects. For instance, the R number was about 2 or 3 at the start of the COVID pandemic in early 2020, according to Cowling. At that time, each person typically exposed 2 to 3 persons to the virus. According to studies, the R number increased to around 10 or 11 during the Omicron surge. That occurred here in the United States last winter. According to researchers at the China National Health Commission, the R number in China at this time is a staggering 16. Cowling declares, this is an extremely high level of transmissibility. Additionally, according to Cowling, the virus seems to be spreading more quickly in China than Omicron did elsewhere during outbreaks. Every 3 days or so, the number of cases in the U.S. doubled during the winter, according to Cowling. The doubling time in China today is similar to ours. Even if you were able to slightly slow it down, it will still double incredibly quickly. Therefore, the hospitals will likely experience strain by the end of this month. Because the vast majority of people have never been exposed to the virus, the population has very little immunity to it. China has been concentrating on extensive quarantines, testing, and travel restrictions up until recently, to keep the virus primarily outside of the nation. Several highly contagious Omicron variants, including BF.7, currently circulating throughout China. However, these variations in China are not particularly distinctive. And the US currently has the same, or variants that are very similar, such as BF.7. However, none of the varieties seem to be spreading as swiftly in the United States as they are in China. Over the age of 18, 90% of the population has received 2 doses of a Chinese vaccine. Cowling claims that while this treatment provides effective defense against serious illness, it does not offer defense against an infection. Additionally, according to Cowling's research, persons over 60 need 3 doses of the vaccine to be protected against serious illness. Among older persons, just 50% have received the 3rd shot. The number of serious instances is extremely unpredictable. According to Chen at Yale University, at the moment, there aren't many severe instances in Beijing. Outside of significant coastal cities like Beijing, the outbreak may, however, appear very different. Because of the inferior healthcare infrastructure in rural areas. In China, there is a significant geographic variation in the availability of ICU beds, medical personnel, and healthcare infrastructure. Most of the hospitals with modern treatment methods are located in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and all the main urban areas. Despite recent government efforts to increase ICU capacity, Chen believes there are still far too few ICU beds in many regions of the nation. The new estimate of 10 ICU beds per 100,000 people doesn't quite ring true to me because it takes a convertible into account. Therefore, they are switching these beds from other therapies like chemotherapy and dialysis to use as ICU beds.